Hey there, if you're looking to interview at Google for an HR business partner position, then these are the questions and answers you need to prepare for and learn about. So let's go ahead and dive into just that in this lesson. And my name is Josh, I'm the founder of HR University. And before we jump too far in, make sure to subscribe to our channel, and that way you get all of our lessons on how to become a great HR professional, and make sure you ace any HR interview that you come across. So first, let's start off with understanding the responsibilities of an HR business partner so you can have the idea of what kind of skills to focus on when answering interview questions. And first off, an HR business partner is responsible to direct and supervise meetings with directors of many departments and sometimes all departments within the organization to catch up with progress of how HR is doing and integrating with the rest of the company. In addition to that, they're also responsible to supervise line management processes. Since the HR business partner is a strategic role, they provide consultation to improve the work strategy of the organization. Moreover, they also provide counseling services on policy explanations to employees. And on top of that, an HRBP is responsible to assist the executive HR employees with the challenges that they face. And last but not least, they work on developing the contract terms relevant to employee transfers and promotions. Now let's take a look at the type of questions asked in an HRBP interview at Google. And we'll categorize the most common questions into three types. The first type is human resources management. The second is behavioral questions. And the third one is communication. Now let's start with the human resources management questions interviewers ask for the Google HRBP position. So here we have, what should an HR business partner look for while hiring an employee? How can you help create a diverse workplace? And explain how you use HR metrics for decision making. So the first question is, what should an HR business partner look for while hiring an employee? This question assesses your understanding of the role of an HRBP in the hiring process. You must understand the talent acquisition lifecycle well and have an ability to identify skilled candidates. To answer this question, explain how you assess the candidate's skills and determine if they are a good fit for the company. Also demonstrate how you measure the candidate's skill set and identify the right incentives. The next question on our list is, how can you help create a diverse workplace? So Google is always looking to create a diverse and inclusive workplace. And as an HRBP, you must identify the different types of diversity and understand how to create a welcoming environment for all employees. In addition, you need to understand the company's culture to identify the ways you can promote diversity. And to answer this question, show an understanding of sensitivity and discuss how you can help Google create a diverse workplace. And explain how people of various backgrounds can bring value to the organization. And besides these aspects, talk about preventing sexual harassment and other similar topics. And don't talk about sensitive topics in the Google context, but as a general issue. And also talk about how you can use data to help you with this cause as well. And the third most common question is, explain how you use HR metrics for decision making. HR metrics matter a lot, to say the least. And as an HRBP, you need to know the different business metrics and understand how to use them to improve the business. Measuring HR metrics enables the HR business partner to identify areas where the company can improve employee productivity and make better business decisions. Briefly explain the different types of HR metrics like turnover rate, employee engagement, and recruitment metrics. Then describe how you use these metrics to improve the business. It also helps to explain how you collect and analyze HR data. And next we have behavioral questions. The most common questions we have in this category are, what are some of the challenges you faced as an HRBP? What are some of the difficult decisions you made as an HRBP? And how do you convince managers to work according to the guidelines? The interviewer may also ask, what are some of the challenges you have faced while working as an HR business partner? And as an HR business partner, you face challenges head on and you find a way to overcome them. And to answer the question, describe the challenges you have faced so far. Talk about the challenges of working with different types of managers, employees, the HR department, and other departments. But make sure you don't answer the question in a way that shifts the issue to your past coworkers. Instead, focus on how you help solve the issue and benefit the company and your previous coworkers. And the third question is, what are some of the difficult decisions you made as an HRBP? The recruiters at Google want to know how you handle difficult situations and what methods you use to make the right decisions. To answer the question, describe a difficult decision you made while working as an HRBP and focus on that one and don't shift to other examples. Then talk about the situation, your decision, and the outcome. And the last question in this category is, how do you convince managers to work according to the guidelines? As a human resources business partner, you must persuade managers to work according to different policies, guidelines, and that way you can ensure people stay compliant and you can reduce work on legal and also ensure that you have a safe space for people to work in. In addition, you must explain the benefits of following guidelines and how they help the company achieve their goals. And discuss your experience with managers and how you convince them to follow guidelines, and explain your tactics and final results. And also mention any challenges you face and how you solve those as well. And the last category in our list is communication-related HRBP questions. Communication is an essential skill for HR business partners. And since Google has many different departments, they need someone to encourage communication between them. The two most frequent questions are, how do you give and receive feedback? And how do you promote communication between different teams? Now, the first question, how do you give and receive feedback? You can answer like this. Giving and receiving feedback is essential in HR. And you want to go ahead and share your experience now of giving and receiving feedback and ensure you focus on the benefits of your feedback rather than yourself giving the feedback and ultimately the impact that it had. And you want to talk about the different types of feedback that you give as well. Now, is it feedback that helps with an individual's performance or helps employees cooperate better? It's important to dial in on those specific details. And then talk about handling difficult conversations with managers and employees. Now, the second most common question here is how do you promote communication among different teams? Cross-team communication helps coordinate efforts and achieve the company's goals. And to answer this question, you want to describe your strategies to promote communication among different teams. And next to that, talk about your previous success stories and the impact that it had. Finally, mention software tools that help with communication and boost efficiency. And there we have it. We went over a number of common Google HR business partner interview questions and their answers accordingly. And I hope you have a better idea of how you can go into your Google HRBP interview and make sure you nail it. And if you feel like you do, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and that way you can get all of our lessons on how to become a great HR professional. My name is Josh. I'm the founder of HR University, and I'll go ahead and see you in some of our following lessons. Cheers.